Well, good morning. Welcome to week 2 of W233. I'd like to go over a couple of things this week with you. Even though the class unfolds in units, that the number of weeks vary in each unit, I still want to touch base with you each week to kind of give you a preview of what I'm really expecting you to work on this week and then what I've been up to. So, for example, this morning I've been grading your discussions, and I started by grading your top 10 lists, and I really appreciated the way you all dug into those. Everybody read multiple ones of your peers, so it served as an icebreaker. And then for me, it also served as a way to give you some topic ideas. So please make sure that you go back into your discussion and look for my comments on your particular discussion post, on your particular top 10 list, and see if you can make some sense of those. Don't hesitate to email me, ask me questions. Don't respond directly to me in the discussions, okay, after I've responded to you. If you want to catch my attention, make sure you email me to, ask me questions. In other words, don't ask me questions in the discussions, because I won't get back to them probably, all right, once I've graded them. So instead, ask me questions through mail. But the purpose of the top 10 lists, which you all succeeded at, was to serve as a class icebreaker, and then to give me some ideas, to give you some ideas about topics, okay? And as I keep saying, as you'll see as this unit unfolds, it's very important that the topic suits you. Critical, all right? So that said, I graded those, and you get 100 by completing at least 4 posts, 1 initial post to the topic, then 3 to each other and or to me, okay? So at least 4 posts, that gives you 100. If you only have 3, you got a 90. If you only have 2, you got 80. If you had 1, you got 70. And if you had 0, obviously you got 0. Okay, so that's the top 10 list. And then, of course, we had the other discussion on feminism, and I graded that, enjoyed a lot of the comments there. Okay, what I want to talk about a little bit here is at the end of the unit, okay, you have a journal that's due, and the journal is it's like a diary where you're recording your own thoughts about some of the readings, about some topics that I present to you in the unit. And this is not busy work. This is more pre-writing, okay? We spend the entire semester pre-writing your paper. And a couple of you made comments that, gee, I like to write, but I hate writing for class. And I understand that, all right? And I guarantee you, you're going to do so much pre-writing that when you get to writing the paper, you're not going to mind it at all, because you practically would have written it by that point, okay? So the journals serve as a way for you to do some reflections on some of the readings in terms of kind of incorporating what they're talking about how to write a good college research paper, and then giving me a chance also to look at your writing. I'll be grading them just like I grade anything else for this class. Take a look at the syllabus, and it'll show you how I grade them, okay? But they can be informal, they can be fun, you can talk to me, you can talk to yourself. They're not formal papers, all right? They just need to be written well, paragraphs, topic sentences, that kind of thing, and of course, correctly done. So take a look at the readings very carefully. Then, of course, you need to go down through the lectures, right? This week you have 2 discussions, one of which is a little more complex, all right? The first discussion is 3 possible topics. Now, as I said, go back to your top 10 list, take a look at that, and come up with 3 topics. And they can be 3 topics in the same area, okay? We're going to start a lot. They don't have to be wildly different than or from each other, okay? So we're going to talk a lot about focus. So if you have a general topic area, then just pick out 3 different foci, I think is the word, okay? So this week in your discussion, throw out 3 possible topics and then banter back and forth about those ideas. You can send each other some articles, or you can talk about your own experience with those topics, that kind of thing. This can be a very lively discussion, it can be a very helpful discussion. And once again, it's brainstorming. We do a lot of brainstorming in this class, which is part of pre-writing, right? And the second one is an icebreaker. It's a PowerPoint that you're going to narrate in Screen Toaster. And the writing program here is wanting to help you provide some oratory skills and some presentation skills. That's one of the mandates for Teaching 233. So to do this in this class, an online class, you've got to create a PowerPoint, pictures, that kind of thing. I've explained it, I think, pretty well in the icebreaker. It's not very elaborate. You're going to create a PowerPoint, and then you're going to narrate it with some really straightforward software called Screen Toaster. All right. If any of you have any trouble with this, email me. I'll try to help you with it, walk you through it. But I did provide a link for you that walks you through exactly how to use Screen Toaster. Screen Toaster is free. It's just online software that records your PowerPoint. Create the PowerPoint first, then you record it in Screen Toaster, and you narrate it as you're recording it. All right, so it's kind of cool, right? So that's your icebreaker. So get that out there. Fairly big project this week, so get right on top of it, and then be responding back and forth to each other's. And I have one already posted in that discussion, so you can see what they look like. All right, so that's the discussions this week. You should be working on your journal. Don't save your journal until the last week of the unit. Okay, it's too much writing. All right, and the journal refers to basically the readings, pretty much. Let me take a look at it here for you. I'll go over it real quick. The journal, which you do at the end of the unit, is about 4 to 5 pages total. I've already got one question. Is it 4 to 5 pages per question? No. 4 to 5 pages total of properly formatted writing. You do the last Sunday night of the unit. I refer you to the Stuart Green essay. Make sure you've read that. I refer you to something called contact zones, which is within the Stuart Green essay. And the reason I refer you to contact zones and why I want you to read the Stuart Green essay early is contact zones are places in your life where there's friction. Okay, you come in contact with another culture, you come in contact with a significant other that you're not doing so well with, you come in contact with your job, and these contact zones provide friction. And in learning theory, friction is the point at which you learn things, okay? If a class is too easy, there's no friction in it, and you don't learn anything. If the class is too hard, of course, there's too much friction, and you burn out, all right? So the point is to have just enough friction, and you'll learn through that friction experience. So please take a good look at that. Please understand what contact zones mean, and they're buried in the Stuart Green essay, all right? Entry 3 is all about Fulkerson. Don't get fooled by Fulkerson's essay. He has 5 categories, what can go wrong with a research paper. Make sure you understand those categories very, very clearly. That's the heart of that essay. And then I have you look at logical fallacies, and I want you to think about what maybe are some potential fallacies for your own topics that you're talking about. There's always conventional wisdom, right? Like, say, if you wanted to write about energy, there's the fallacy about drill now, drill now, drill now, drill here, drill now. That's a false analogy. You take a look at that. It's a hasty generalization. It's oversimplified, that kind of a thing. So try to understand what some of the pitfalls in your own topic may be, what some of the conventional wisdom is that may steer you accidentally away from what the real truth is about your topic, okay? And then finally, at the end of the unit, and I'll talk about this again, you're going to have an actual topic proposal where you propose to me and propose to the rest of the class what your topic is going to be. But this is all part of a process, all right? So I get you to the end of the unit kind of week by week, and the discussions will keep walking you through this. And you'll actually start doing some research next week. So I think I'm rambling on. Let me check my notes. I talked about the discussions. The discussions are due weekly, of course. By Sunday night, I grade them on Mondays. This time, because of, I didn't get them done until Tuesday. That happens sometimes. Okay, so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to use your email to get a hold of me, your Blackboard mail, and I like questions. Questions are good. See you now.